2 people were injured in a motorcycle accident that occurred Saturday evening in Morrill County, and 2 others arrested in a related incident at the scene as law enforcement was trying to tend to the injured and investigating. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, troopers, Morrill County deputies, and Bayard police responded to the Saturday night crash at Link 62A, finding 19-year-old motorcycle driver David Sinks of Bridgeport with non-life-threatening injuries and an 18-year-old female passenger from Gretna suffering life-threatening injuries. The woman was transported by Airlink to Regional West Medical Center in Scottsbluff. However, when officers were working the scene, 2 men showed up claiming the motorcycle was theirs. The patrol says the men were ordered away from the motorcycle, but had already physically moved it and continued their attempts to take it, and they became physically combative and resisted officers' attempts to detain them. 21-year-old Charles Sink and 50-year-old James Sink, both of Bayard, were arrested for tampering with physical evidence, assault on an officer, obstruction, and resisting arrest. Both were lodged in the Scottsbluff County Detention Center. Well, the power outage that hit the city of Gering Monday night ended up being caused by a faulty piece of equipment at a substation feeding the community. Superintendent Doug Parker says that after the power failed around 7 p.m., it impacted 5 of the city's substations, and the issue is traced to a substation fed by a 34 kilovolt line from the Western Area Power Administration.
It was a bad insulator outside one of the substations, and so with that insulator being bad, it was allowing that voltage to go to ground, which was opening the breaker in WAPA, which was knocking out the subs.
The issue with the insulator was not visible to the eye and only became apparent when the city's substations were disconnected from WAPA, and that agency re-energized the transmission line, which immediately grounded out with a flash visible to crews close by. He says most customers had service restored by 9 p.m., with the remainder back online after an additional hour of repairs. And a call to action now going out to the public to help ensure roadways are safer on the 100th anniversary celebration of Oregon Trail Days. Safe Ride OTD's Lisa Betts Marquez says a driver meeting on Tuesday night was lightly attended and volunteers are desperately needed.
We need at least 10 drivers each night, Friday and Saturday, and 15 would even be better. And if we don't have them by Thursday committed, we're going to have to not do the program this year, and that would be a shame.
Drivers must be at least 19 years old, have their own car, driver's license, proof of insurance, and offer rides either one night, both nights, or for a block of hours. You can call Brandon Fordyce at 225-0662 to volunteer. Well, straight ahead, Bill Boyer's in with your midweek forecast. I'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, you don't have to be like a tortoise and carry your home on your back. They have mortgage experts that can help you finance the home that's perfect for you. Whether you're a first-time home buyer looking for your next home or simply want to refinance the home you're in, the experienced lenders at Platte Valley Bank are there to help. Contact them at pvbank.com or call and visit with one of the mortgage experts to take advantage of great rates at Platte Valley Bank.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, we are going to be mostly sunny here through the evening hours, clearing skies all across the area tonight. Not going to have much in the way of anything filtering that sun out, and that's going to keep temps up there. Very hot conditions tomorrow. It is going to be certainly the hottest day tomorrow coming our way. Storms are going to come in late Friday, cooler for the weekend before we turn hotter next week. Notice that roller coaster kind of continues. Hit 89 yesterday after a morning low of 63 degrees. There's that extra 1/100th. Again, 600ths out at the airport, many more, much more in any other locations here in the immediate area. 82 right now in Laramie. We have 80s and 90s in our area. 70s cooler off to the east of us. It looks like 91 right now in Alliance, 94 Scottsbluff, 87 in Sydney. Winds right now are about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Nothing too significant out there in the wind department. Let's take a look at the severe weather threat. We actually have an isolated severe weather threat tonight in portions of the area. We don't expect to see a lot of storms, but if we do see one, could see a strong to severe storm. Same situation tomorrow. Better chances on Friday in central portions of Nebraska. Let's take a look at Futurecast tonight. An isolated storm mostly off to our north early. That's about it. And we're going to be dealing with low temperatures overnight down into the 60s is all. Very mild night overnight. For tomorrow then, we're going to be mostly sunny throughout the day. Not much going on. Late in the afternoon, again an isolated storm or two forms. That's it. They're going to be few and far between though. Don't expect a lot of them out there. And then clearing skies as we go tomorrow night into early Friday morning, and a toasty one tomorrow. Look at some of these highs at 100 or better in a large swath of the area in those low 100s, and not much coming in the way of precip. It's going to be very spotty at best. Tonight, clear, quiet, 66 for tomorrow. How about we have some sunshine out there? Very hot conditions, 104 degrees. It is going to be a toasty one tomorrow. Still hot on Friday. We're going to be near 100. Some late day storms into the forecast though on Friday, especially Friday night into early Saturday morning. Mid 80s on Saturday, warming back to near 90 on Sunday, and right into the mid 90s as we go Monday through Wednesday of next week.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
The 100th Annual Oregon Trail Days rolls into Gering July 8th through the 11th. Barbecues, street dance, food fair, a car show, 2 parades, Old Settlers Luncheon, bicycle hill climb, mud volleyball, a pancake feed, chili and barbecue cook-offs, an art show, a craft show, and a quilt show, a carnival, beer and wine tasting, and Sawyer Brown with Ned Ledoux at Five Rocks. It's summer's best weekend. The 100th Annual Oregon Trail Days, July 8th through the 11th.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features. Colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens. Brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
Welcome back. A stretch of Highway 26 in Scottsbluff was closed Tuesday afternoon following a vehicle versus pedestrian crash. Around 4:45, authorities were dispatched to the crash between Avenue I and Avenue B, with an eastbound pickup striking a man crossing the highway. Scanner traffic indicated that the 25-year-old pedestrian had been released from the hospital earlier in the day following a psych evaluation and then later ran in front of the pickup. The victim suffered abrasions to his elbow and was transported back to the emergency room to be checked out. The 65-year-old driver from Niobrara County, Wyoming, was visibly shaken up from the incident, but was not physically injured. Eastbound traffic was closed for approximately 40 minutes, while authorities remained on scene. Well, the Alliance Police Department making a sizable drug bust last week at the Quality Inn. Chief Philip Lukin says officers served a warrant at one of the hotel rooms and seized methamphetamine, more than 75 fentanyl pills, $2,000 cash, a firearm, and a vehicle. One male was arrested and taken into custody. Lukin says the Alliance community has identified drugs as the #1 concern in their recent community survey, and the APD is listening and doing something about it. And a familiar face in the Valley is adding to her business portfolio. During Tuesday's Scottsbluff City Council meeting, Cheryl Keller received a positive recommendation to the Nebraska Liquor Control Commission to be the liquor license manager of the Frontside Bar. Keller has owned and operated the Log Cabin restaurant in Gering for 38 years and is now set to take over the Frontside. Police Chief Kevin Spencer had nothing but praise for Keller as a liquor license holder.
Your Honor, Counsel, as you know, and we talked about it many times before, when I get the application, I conduct a background investigation to make sure that the applicant is fit, willing, and able. Pretty impressed with Cheryl. She's got a really great background in the industry and has done a good job in her other business.
In other business last night, the council also approved a special designated liquor license for Rosita's so they can sell margaritas at the remaining 4 Bands on Broadway events. Well, coming up after the break, we will head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. We'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Why settle for Wi-Fi that just usually works? Why settle for customer service that's subpar? Why settle for service that's outdated? You don't have to. Settle for more with Allo, the faster, more reliable internet experience that's built for the way you use all your devices. For answers, visit us at allofiber.com/switch today. Allo, settle for more.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It's been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son, or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say, often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
Okay, so this is Grace. She is a year-old domestic short-haired. So she's our pet of the week because she has been here one of the longest. She's been here since May. She's a sweet girl, although she does tend to like to be by herself. Her adoption fee is $50. That includes her spay and all of her vaccinations. So she's up to date on all of those. And she's very adventurous and sweet. And she's a sassy cat at that. She has like this little rash that we're trying to figure out what. So she is getting grain-free because it seems to help a little bit. One of those things about shelter animals, they always develop things and we try to figure it out. A good home for her would be a place with no other cats or no other dogs. She doesn't tend to get along with them, but otherwise she's a really sweet girl. She just likes doing her own thing.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com. If you're like me, you're willing to travel for a good steak and a great dining experience. Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in downtown Bayard has just that. Some of the Panhandle's tastiest flat iron steaks, ribeyes, and even prime rib. Pair that with a Western dining experience in our quiet dining room or fun-filled main dining area, you and your family are sure to have a great night out on the town. So if you're looking for a great new restaurant to try, you just gotta head on over to Bobby Joe's Branding Iron in Bayard, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, we believe in personalized planning for your financial goals.
As your retirement income partners, our concern for your success combined with resources from Raymond James can help you make confident decisions for your financial future.
Our team of financial advisors will help you make your money work just as hard as you did to earn it. After all, our goal is to help you reach your financial goals.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Kevin Fig, Financial Advisors, to set up your free, no obligation pre-retirement review.
And finally tonight, 17 recruits have started their training to become Nebraska State Troopers as the 65th Basic Recruit Camp of the Nebraska State Patrol begins this week at the NSP Training Academy in Grand Island. One of those recruits is Brady Wallace of Scottsbluff, who explains why he wants to become a trooper with the NSP.
And the State Patrol is one of the best agencies within Nebraska, and I look forward to serving a lifelong career with the Nebraska State Patrol.
The recruits of Camp 65 will complete 22 weeks of training before graduating in December. The training will include hundreds of hours of classroom instruction and advanced hands-on scenarios to prepare the recruits for a career as a Nebraska State Trooper. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.